Can you win every single attack? Well, maybe not, but with these 5 fundamentals, you can certainly win more. Welcome, fellow Clashers from far and wide. It is your host, Galadon. Thank you for stopping by Clash of Clans Attacks, where today we are talking about winning every attack, within reason, of course, and I'm going to show this by talking about some fundamentals and bringing some very unusual army compositions that you might not...
Galadon.
Peter, not now.
This looks suspiciously like one of my ticks.
No.
These are the type of troops that I use.
Okay, well then, why don't you go showcase them somewhere else, Peter?
And I will, once I have enough of my own subscribers.
Peter, most people make videos in order to try to attract subscribers.
I'm not most people, Galadon.
I would agree with that.
I do things the Peter $17 way. When I have enough subscribers, then I shall upload.
All right, Peter, I will put the link to your channel in the description and we'll see how that goes for you.
Right, you're welcome.
What, Peter, can I get back to the video now?
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyway, so back to what we were talking about. So we've got a raid with a wide variety of troops here. Golems, P.E.K.K.A, Valkyrie, Balloons, Wall Breakers, Archers, Barbarians, a little bit of everything, a wide assortment of spells as well. And again, it really comes down to the same fundamentals, clearing surrounding structures so you can kind of guide those troops in, and then the timing and the placement of those spells is almost always critical. You can see we have a couple of enclosures open, and now the rest of this raid looks kind of like a go wipe, go wee wee, or go wee wipe hybrid. You've got all of the units heading in towards that town hall. Lightning spell on the witches, definitely important to get those witches out of the way. Jump spell leading us towards the town hall enclosure, freezing those high damage structures, Inferno towers whenever possible. The Barbarian King and the P.E.K.K.A already on the town hall, but that single target Inferno just completely fried the P.E.K.K.A and almost took out the King. He ran away from it in fear, but not before he took out the town hall for the first star. And now again, it's pretty much up to the heroes, and yes, at this type of attack, the heroes do kind of carry the attack through, that is for sure. And the heroes doing a lot of damage along the inside of this village. Still a few units on the outside. Valkyrie survives the big bomb. Always great to see those durable Valkyries taking out structures. You can see one single Valkyrie, the lower right hand of your screen, is going to take out 2 structures by herself. And quickly, we see this raid is wrapping up. I only have 4 archers and 3 barbarians left. Really wishing I had saved just a couple more units, or at least made it all archers. Barbarians useless at this point. And sure enough, with those 4 archers, I'm able to find 4 exposed structures just outside of the range of any defenses. And as you see, they go down one by one. The gold mine at the bottom of your screen goes down, and that's 2% for 49. We go for the lowest hit point structure around the outside that we have left. Barbarians on the camp. Will they get there? Not quite. Stuck at 49%, just a tick away from that second star. So we move on to another replay, and in this attack I've brought almost the full kitchen sink or Noah's Ark, a little bit of everything, but again the same fundamentals will always apply. Clear those surrounding structures, open an enclosure, and that gives you a general idea of where the troops will go. And from here on out, once the main attacking force is down, it's really a matter of predicting accurately where those troops will head, using the jump spell, and then timing the rage and the freeze and the lightning spells accurately. So the jump spell is down, allowing the units to get almost all the way to the town hall. We've got that Inferno popping up. Great freeze spell freezes 3 defensive structures and some clan castle troops. The rage spell pretty much catching most of the units. It's still, the queen is in that rage spell. She is moving closer to that town hall. The other units now, they have wandered off towards that larger enclosure, not working out quite as well, but perhaps they can get the 50%. The queen can get the town hall. There she goes, working on the town hall. Royal abilities already used. The town hall just about to go down. A couple of more shots. The queen untouched, takes out the town hall. The king and the remaining units, the last rage spell down in this big area where there's just a ton of structures that are about to go down, and that should hopefully get us to 50% or very close. The king goes down, and again we're stuck at 43%, but this time I have a whole bunch of extra units left behind. Minions, wall breakers, giants, goblins, archers, and barbarians, even a lightning spell. So really no doubt here that I'll be able to get those last 3 percentage points with these remaining troops. And that really takes us back to the title of this episode, Win Every Attack. I think there's just a few really important fundamentals that if you follow, you can win almost every single attack. Now, obviously not with all goblins, but still, if you've got a reasonable army, if you're going to clear those structures, if you're going to be able to predict where your units are going, you can accurately time and deploy those spells and then save some troops at the end, or alternatively pick off some of those unprotected structures in the beginning. Either way, it should be able to get you to 50%. I'm going to use the giants and the wall breakers to distract these defenses. The goblins get through the elixir pump, the minions helping out as well. 49%, we've almost got the spell factory down. The very last barbarians and archers go down. They get me 50%, the second star, and we walk away with a 2-star win with a very unusual army composition. So if I had to try to break it down, I think there are just 5 keys to winning. You've got to choose your battles wisely, meaning don't pick an opponent that's just going to be impossible with your level of troops. Know your troops. Know how they're going to behave if they're going after the nearest structure, the nearest defensive structure. Predict your troops' path. Easier said than done, but with practice you can do it. And that way, just in case things go awry, they don't head for the town hall, you can use that spell timing and placement to save 50%. And last but certainly not least, take out those unprotected structures either at the beginning of a raid or at the end. Save some extra units for those last few percentage points just to make sure you can at least get 50 in every single raid. Now, of course, things go wrong, and as you know, I've always got room for a gala-fail, but those are my 5 keys for winning. Please do let me know if you guys have input on that. You want to add some things, change some things. I'm always open to constructive criticism, always reading all of the comments. So please do check out my other videos, like, comment, subscribe, favorite, and I will see you guys again tomorrow with more full attacks.
I'll be back, Galadon. I'm not done here.